Hey there guys, so welcome to the review of the Birmingham City versus Reading game. As you can see on my screen, I've done it slightly differently. So instead of adding all these into a scene, I've just added the whole screen so you can see all the information. If there's any information that you want, you can see it. Leave Bowyer's tenure at the club, Reading stuff and all that. So I'm just going to leave that on the screen and go through it every so often and different parts of it. So straight into the review. Obviously a 2-1 victory is a huge result, and straight onto the league table, looking at the fact that our home form has increased, so we are now obviously joint worst in the league at home, but it's better than what we were before. And straight into the league table, we are 6 points clear of Rotherham. That is huge. Although they have 4 games in hand, 6 points is massive, as a gap of 3 was not enough. A gap of 4 is still a lot of pressure. A gap of 6 means that they need to win both 2 of their games to catch up with us, and then still get more points to get points ahead of us. So there we go. Obviously they have still got the better goal difference, but a victory is a victory is a victory. And in that first game against Reading, a team in the top 6 who are pushing for that playoff place, it's massive. And everything about this game was perfect. Other than the fact we didn't get a clean sheet, everything was perfect. Formation worked dreams. Having Bella and Halilovic on the wings worked a dream. Having Hogan and Juki up front worked. It's something we've been asking for all season, but finally has been done by a new manager in his first game. And as Harley Dean did in his celebration, he said it after the game: when you put Juki up front, if you supply him with wingers, he will score. It's simple. It's a pretty simple aspect of the game. You can't have a tall striker expect him to win headers when you give him the opportunities to not win headers because you don't have wingers on the pitch. It's simple. But in this game, obviously, we had Bella and Halilovic, 2 players continually putting the balls into the box. Some lovely balls over by Bella. For the goal, great ball over to Juki, who nodded it into the bottom corner. Great goal. Obviously, for the second goal, Harley Dean's header got flicked back to him by, I think it was Jow by them, and Harley Dean did a wonderful header into the bottom corner to make it 2-1. So everything went right at this point. Their goal was a massive slip up. Maxime Collin wasn't really marking his man, and Etheridge came off his line but forgot to get the ball. So there was a mistake within the goal, but Karanka would have played the game completely differently. We could have gone to 1-1 then. We would have lost it 2-3-1 under a Karanka reign, as he would have just played defensively at 1-1. Bowyer, on the other hand, brought on Leko, brought on Sunyik. That was the difference. He brought on players that tried to win the game rather than try to defend a 1-1. It's something we've been asking for all season. Now we finally got it. Bringing on Cosgrove. He played alright, he had some decent touches. He won a couple of free kicks that slowed the game down. He did what he needed to. Seeing Seddon come off the bench, great to see Seddon come off the bench, get some time out on the pitch. Yes, it was like 6 minutes, but seeing the younger generation of Blues players come out, get some time on that pitch for the club and just show their passion for the club is great to see. The substitutions made sense, which was nice. We haven't had that all season. Going into the stats, we've had more shots than them. We've had obviously less possession. In the first half, at one point, we had like 70% possession, I think it was, after like the first 25 minutes, and we were playing really well at that point. We showed passion, we showed that we wanted it, we were playing quite a high line. We weren't playing with much width in the back four, but we were playing with width in front of it, which worked really well. Having more shots than them, 9 shots to their 5 in the first half. In the second half, having 4 shots to their 3, so we had more shots in both halves than them. More corner kicks than them. Our accuracy is better than it has been. Our dribbling quality has been better than it has been. Higher amount of tackles than we normally have had. Higher amount of interceptions than we normally have. I mean, higher amount of clearances as well. All the stats flying our way there. Having 2-1 victory. My man of the match has got to go to someone who I don't very often give man of the match to. I don't have big praise of him quite commonly. As a captain, I think he hasn't been a captain all season, really. He hasn't looked at it as he has in previous seasons. But in this game, you can't help but give him man of the match. It's Harley Dean. He actually looked like a captain. He played like a captain. Scored the winning goal. And that celebration deserves credit of man of the match alone. And as SofaScore here have given Harley Dean man of the match there. So obviously, a big victory there, heading towards our next game. A victory on Sky. In my prediction video, I said that there'd be 4 at the back. I said we'd score 2 goals. I said I'd have faith in us to score. And this is why we needed to change. A simple little change has changed the team. People say a few people have said he's only had 24 hours, it's nothing to do with Bowyer. I think you'll find he brought in 2 players and changed the formation. It's massively to do with Bowyer. Juki came in, Juki hadn't been playing. Gardner came in, Gardner hadn't been playing as much. Changed those 2. Sky put up Gardner's stats at one point. As you can see, he's helping out on the right hand side there quite a bit. He's helping out on the right hand side of the pitch there quite a bit. He's pushing forward, and he was an important player to the game. His stats are much better than he used to have. Yes, he was very panicky when he got his yellow card and he was going in for tackles, but he was showing passion. He was showing want. The team was showing pride to be wearing that shirt, pride to be wearing the badge. And yeah, other than their goal, there is nothing negative that can be said about us beating a team who away form is very good. They don't concede many goals away from home, and they don't lose games away from home, and we've beaten them. So massive boost to the Blues there. Hopefully we can push on, go into the next game against Watford, which the prediction will be out tomorrow, I think, for that game. And hopefully 3 more points would be great. A single point would also be good. Games where you're not expecting to get points, 1 point can change a lot. And obviously our next game is Watford, then Swansea. So we've got 2 very big games, and then we've got obviously the Brentford game. So we've got 3 massive games there. 3 games against teams there. Watford. You do have a Stoke in there as well, Swansea in there. So you've got some tough games coming up. So that victory shows even more why it was massive with the teams that we're playing next. So we've stretched our gap to 6 points. The passion's back in the team, and it's just nice to see some width with 2 up front and Juki winning a header again. So put your thoughts on the game down below. Keep right on to the next game, guys.